people don't struggle with ambition. They struggle with consistency, and they struggle with staying the course when motivation disappears. They struggle with knowing whether they're building something meaningful or whether they're just exhausting themselves for the sake of feeling productive. Now, in the last video, I spoke about the difference between ambition and insecurity, and why so many people chase success for the wrong reasons. But in this video, I want to take it one step further, because this is where ambition becomes dangerous for a lot of people. I want to talk about what healthy ambition actually looks like in real life, how to build it properly, and how to stay consistent without burning yourself out. Because let's be honest, ambition is a powerful thing, but if you don't handle it properly, it turns into that pressure, it turns into guilt, and it turns into constantly feeling behind. And the scary part is, you can be doing all the right things on paper and still feel like you're losing your mind. So if you're someone who wants more from life, but you also want peace, stability, and a sense of control, then this video is definitely for you. I think most people get ambition wrong because they confuse ambition with intensity. They think ambition means constantly grinding, constantly hustling, and constantly pushing harder than everyone else. They think it means waking up earlier, working later, and sacrificing everything, and living like a machine. And yes, you might get short-term progress doing that, but it's not sustainable. It might work for a week, it might work for a month, but you cannot live in intensity forever. You will eventually burn out, or you'll start resenting the thing that you're building. And this is where a lot of people fall into the trap. They don't burn out because they're lazy. They burn out because they are serious, they care, and they want to achieve something. But they're trying to build a long-term life using that short-term energy. So real ambition is not about intensity. It's about that consistency. It's about playing that long game. And the people who win long-term are rarely the ones who work the hardest for 1 month. They are the ones who show up for 5 years. So healthy ambition feels calm, it feels focused, it feels like direction. It doesn't feel like panic, it does not feel like desperation, and it shouldn't feel like you're constantly running out of time. Healthy ambition is where you can work hard but still feel in control of your life. Because unhealthy ambition feels like your goals own you, and it feels like you cannot relax without guilt. And it also feels like you cannot rest without feeling like you're falling behind. Now, healthy ambition is different. Healthy ambition feels like you're building something steadily, and you know what you're doing, but you also know why you're doing it. You're not constantly changing direction, you're not constantly chasing the next shiny idea, and you're not trying to prove yourself every day. You are just simply building, and that is what people misunderstand. Healthy ambition is not loud, it's not dramatic, not a motivational speech, it's that quiet discipline repeated over time. Now, one of the most important lessons I have learned is that ambition has to be built around values, not ego. Ego-based ambition is when you want to look successful, you want people to admire you, and you want to prove people wrong. You want to be seen, and there's nothing wrong with wanting respect. But if your ambition is rooted in ego, it will never really satisfy you, because you can hit every goal and still feel empty. Now, value-based ambition is very different. Value-based ambition is when your goals actually make sense for the kind of life that you want. You're building something because you want that freedom, and you want that stability, and you want extra time with your family, and you want a healthy lifestyle, and you want meaning, and you want to feel proud of what you're doing. And when ambition is built around values, it becomes sustainable, because even on the days when you feel tired, the goal still feels worth it. So, one of the first questions you should ask yourself is this: if nobody could see your progress, would you still want the life that you're building? Because if the answer is yes, then you're probably building something real. I think burnout is misunderstood. Now, people think burnout happens because someone is weak, or because they cannot handle pressure. But that's not really true. Burnout often happens because people are doing too much of the wrong work. They are busy but not really effective. They are active but not focused, and they're working hard. They are not building a system. They're constantly reacting, constantly overthinking, and constantly trying to do everything at once. And eventually their brain just gives up, because the human mind cannot live in chaos forever. Burnout is not always caused by working too hard. It's often caused by working without clarity, working without boundaries, and working without structure. And the scary part is, a lot of people burn out just before things start working, and they burn out when they are close, not because they are lazy, but because they have been sprinting for far too long. This is a really important point. Consistency and obsession look similar from the outside, but they feel completely different on the inside. Consistency is calm, it is planned, steady. Obsession is frantic, it's emotional, and it's restless. Consistency means you can take a day off and still feel confident. Obsession means you can take a day off and feel guilty. Consistency means you can enjoy your life while you build, and obsession means you cannot enjoy anything until you've achieved something. And that is a dangerous mindset, because if your happiness is always waiting for the next milestone, you'll never be happy. Healthy ambition is consistent, and healthy ambition is obsessive. So, how do you actually build healthy ambition? Now, the first step is you stop relying on motivation. Now, motivation is unreliable, and it's emotional, and it comes and goes. And if you build your life around motivation, you will constantly feel like you're failing. Healthy ambition is built on routine and discipline. It's built on having a plan that you can follow even when you do not feel like it. It's built on small, repeatable actions, not massive, dramatic bursts of effort. Because big bursts feel impressive, but they rarely last. Small actions repeated daily are what change your life. Now that could mean writing for 30 minutes a day, recording one video a week, walking every day, saving money consistently, or building skills slowly. Now, healthy ambition is built through systems, not feelings. One of the biggest mindset shifts you can make is accepting that real change takes time. Most people are impatient. I've been there. I've been impatient for a long time, and they want results quickly. They want progress now, and they want proof that it's working. And if they don't get that proof, they give up. But the truth is, the best results come from the long game, and the long game is boring. The long game is slow, and it's quiet. But the long game works. If you can accept that you are building something over years, not weeks, you instantly reduce that pressure. You stop panicking, you stop rushing about, and you stop comparing, and you stop feeling like you need to prove yourself every day. You just start building, and that is where consistency becomes easier. Because you're not trying to win today, you're trying to win over the long term. Now, here's the most practical thing I can tell you about consistency. You need to lower the bar. People burn out because they set goals that are unrealistic for the season of life they are in. They try to build a business, build a body, build a perfect routine, build a side hustle, build a social life, and be the perfect partner all at the same time. And it's impossible. The key is to set a goal that's small enough that you can still do it on a bad day. That is what consistency is. If your goal requires you to feel motivated, it's too big. But if your goal is small enough that you can do it even when you are tired, then it becomes sustainable. And over time, that small goal compounds, and this is how you build real progress. This is the part that ambitious people struggle with. They think rest means weakness. They think slowing down means losing momentum. But rest is not the enemy. Rest is part of the system. If you want to build something long term, you have to treat your energy like a resource. You have to protect it at all costs. Because if you burn yourself out, you lose months, sometimes years. So instead of taking random breaks when you crash, plan recovery into your routine. Schedule time off, schedule days where you don't think about work, and create those boundaries around your phone. Create boundaries around your evenings, because the goal is not to build success and lose your health. The goal is to build success and still be able to enjoy it, and that is healthy ambition. So, here are 3 simple rules that I think define healthy ambition. Rule 1. Build routines that you can repeat, not routines that impress people. Rule 2. Measure progress in months and years, not days and weeks. And Rule 3. Protect your peace as aggressively as you protect your goals. Because you can have everything you ever wanted, but if your mind is constantly racing, you still lose. Those 3 rules sound simple, but if you follow them, you will build something real. Now, if you take anything from this video, please take this. Healthy ambition is not about pushing yourself until you break. It's about building a life that you can sustain, a life that you can be proud of, and a life that moves forward steadily without destroying you in the process. You don't need to be the most intense person in the room, and you don't need to grind every day. You don't need to live in constant pressure. You just need that direction, routine, and discipline, and you need to be patient. And you need to remember that you're building a life, not just chasing a goal, because ambition should improve your life, not consume it. So, that's what healthy ambition looks like in real life. It's calm and consistent, it's long-term, and it's built on values, not ego. Now, if you watched this video and it resonated with you, I'd love you to stay with the channel, because next week's video is going to follow on from this, and I'm going to talk about the mindset shifts that separate people who succeed long-term from people who keep starting and stopping. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, it really does help the channel, and make sure you subscribe if you want to follow this journey. And if you feel comfortable, please do leave a comment below with your ambition right now and what you're working towards. I do read all the comments and I will reply to you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week.